Yes, my homies, welcome back to the Mile High Hotspur. My name is LeoCoys, and before we get started, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button because we're inching closer and closer to 2,400 subscribers. And I'm going to be doing more videos like this one, so you don't want to miss it, my homies. Consider subscribing and stay notified. So let me just throw this out here right now. Do you trust Daniel Levy? Do you trust Daniel Levy? Drop a comment right now with a simple yes or no, and then stick around to see if your answer changes by the end of this video. Because, my homies, I've got a lot to say, right? And I'm just going to start from the beginning. When the news dropped that Ange Postecoglou was gone, I'll be honest, my homies, I was heartbroken, furious, gutted, as you would say. All of it. All of it. I made a video back then and I said one thing that was clear. Now the pressure is fully on Daniel Levy. No hiding. No more scapegoats. You made the decision. Now you better follow it up with real action. And to his credit, my homies, he actually did that. Thomas Frank. For a lot of fans, myself included, that's a solid hire. Maybe it's even better than solid. You've got a guy who understands systems, player development, working on a budget, and still getting the results. And Ange, he gave us belief, vibes, a culture shift. And Frank, he's got to build all that again from scratch. The difference now is he's got zero leash. And Daniel Levy even less. And then after the debacle, we seen reshuffling behind the scenes. Coming over from Arsenal was the guy, Vinay. I can't even pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. But we got Vinay coming over from Arsenal. Scott Munn, out. Donna Cullen, one of Levy's longtime right hands, gone. It's a new look behind the scenes at Spurs, and we've all been wondering, is this a power move made by Levy to reset things? Or is it just more window dressing? What do you think, my homies? Is Levy really building a new structure to finally take us forward? Or is this just more of the same with different faces? Let me know in the comments. And then out of nowhere, we got two signings. First, Takai from Japan, right? A decent move. It shows we're scouting smart, you know what I mean? And looking global. And then the bombshell. Mohammed Kudus. My homies, I was hyped. Sorry, somebody's driving the engine. Sorry. I was hyped. That's the kind of signing that makes the rest of the league say, hold up, Tottenham? Really? I believe so. Kudus is that type of baller you build around. And for once, we moved quietly, cleanly, and we got it done. Credit where it's due. That was Levy showing intent. And then and then the chaos smashed in, my homies. Out of nowhere, we got the bomba, as they like to say, right? Tottenham have triggered Morgan Gibbs-White release clause. Everyone was stunned, my homies. I was. Spurs Twitter exploded. YouTube was nuts. And then nothing. 2 whole weeks of silence. Yeah. How have you felt during that 2-week stretch? Were you checking your phone all the time like I was? Did you believe it was done? Or were you skeptical from the jump? And now we're finding out that Gibbs-White stays at Forest with a new contract. And you can't help but ask, was this a head-to-head with Forest's owner? And did Daniel Levy get beat? And let's talk about the price tag. 60 million on the release clause. That's not pocket change. And if we're genuinely willing to pay that, why didn't it get done? And then, the biggest issue, the biggest issue of it all, my homies, is the mixed signals. 1 minute we're told we need to sell to buy, right? After we just dropped supposedly 60 million on a release clause. So which one is it? You've got links to João Paulinho, but they're dependent on outgoings. We triggered the release clause, but then we can't complete the deal. Just make it make sense. This feels like classic Tottenham all over again. Big promises, big headlines, and then the classic vanishing act. And us, the fans, once again, we're just sitting in the dark. The squad is literally in Japan right now. We've got a preseason friendly, a North London derby match. Here soon, it's PSG. Time's running out. We've got zero creative spark in the midfield. We're light at the back, in left back. Our striker situation is sketchy at best. And honestly, I wouldn't mind a new backup keeper either. So what are we waiting for? If we had Morgan Gibbs-White, if we had the 60 million to use it elsewhere. Now, before we blink and it's match day 1, we need to act. And I'm not trying to spiral here, my homies, because I do think we've had some positives, obviously. Frank is a solid appointment. Kudus, what an amazing get. But let's not act like everything's sunshine and roses. There are holes in this squad, and we're not being told anything. Once again, it's silence. No real transparency, no communication, no plan we actually can see with our own eyes. Hold on, my homies. Sorry about that. So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say to wrap this up, honestly. Daniel Levy, the ball is in your court. You fired a fan favorite manager and replaced him with someone solid. Great, great. You changed up the board. Okay. You dropped a couple of big signings. Respect. But now it's time to prove that you're really serious. Because if this Morgan Gibbs-White thing was just smoke and mirrors, you've got fans questioning everything again. And to you, my homie, watching this, do you really believe that Daniel Levy has learned from the past? Or is this the same old Spurs cycle on a new loop? Let me know in the comments. What's the one thing you want to see happen from the club? The next thing, one player, one move, a message. Let me know in the comments down below, my homies. And if you made it this far, first of all, I appreciate you. You're a real one. We're close to 2,400 subscribers, and the support for the channel lately has been unreal. I lost subscribers with my video calling out the Spurs 5, but it's cool because I gained subscribers and I also got my message across. But apart from that, smash the like button if you feel that anything that I said resonated with you today, and subscribe if you're riding through this chaos. And I feel like on the channel here at the Mile High Hotspur, we're just getting started. We're just getting started. The season's going to be wild, my homies. The season is going to be wild. I promise you that. And I think we're going to be talking about it, all of it, right? So we'll see you on the next video, you filthy animals. Come on, you Spurs.